Yo, what's going on, guys? It's C-Brev. Welcome to another episode of What Would Brev Do? This is the series where I play an entire ranked game and I talk about what's going on in my head the entire time. I thought kind of a fun team build to do today would be to go back to the very first tier list video that I made for the entire game cycle, the launch week tier list. And according to that tier list, this is the best squad you could have for like a no money spent or like a budget squad at the time. So we're going to take this team into ranked and see what happens. Probably going to get smoked. You can see how much we played during launch week. We actually have 4 superfractored cards on the squad. Pujols, Chisholm, Seager, and Buxton. The rotation's looking like cover athletes Shohei, live series Corbin Burns, and then Webb Mize and Takashi Randy Johnson. Randy is actually the guy we're going to be using in this video. And I'm just subbing in guys for energy now that you have seen the pictures from the list. And then the bullpen is pretty rough, but not too bad. We still do have Devin Williams and Josh Hader, and Chapman, and I do like Ottavino as well. So our back 4 are probably good enough. If we're in a close game, we can get a couple innings out of them. So this should be pretty fun. We are at 797 rating. I imagine people are just going to come right after me in terms of how they pitch to me because my cards aren't that good. So I may be quite a bit more aggressive in this gameplay than I typically am, but I guess for the first inning at least we will try to see if we can pick up on some tendencies. I also think 88 Randy's going to get absolutely torched, so we may have to go to our bullpen relatively quickly, and we're facing Valenzuela and pretty much a God squad. Lots of righties in our opponent's lineup too, so maybe we will have to go to that terrible bullpen earlier than we want to. We'll see. Pitching with cards like this Randy this late in the game cycle is pretty rough. These, you know what's not rough though, is these Tigers uniforms. I've been using these as my home unis since I picked them up. These have got to be some of the best looking uniforms in the entire game. I don't even know what era these Tigers unis are from. Like, probably the 80s? I don't know. I saw them and they had to be on the squad. In all likelihood, with our pitching, though, this game, we are going to have to score at least 10 to win, most likely. We start first pitch change-up with Randy. Even when I'm pitching with 99 Randy, I think it's decent to pitch backwards at least the first couple of innings. And I say pitch backwards a lot, and sometimes I get comments like, what does that mean? So pitching backwards essentially means trying to get ahead in the count with off-speed pitches first, and then trying to use the fastball as your strikeout pitch. And it's called pitching backwards because a typical pitch sequence would involve the opposite. It would be fastballs for strikes, and then using off-speed to get the strikeout. So I do like to pitch backwards with Randy, at least for the first couple batters, just to see where my opponent's at. That's the earliest swing I've ever seen, and it's going to leave. That feels bad. Cedric's such a beast, though. But otherwise, you know, like this Randy doesn't have outlier, but especially with 99 Randy, if you get away from the fastball too long, I just think it's a mistake, even if you think your opponent's sitting on it, because his fastball dynamic is one of the best things about the card. So, bit unfortunate that he took us deep on that slurve, but I guess it did catch a little bit more of the plate than we wanted. Our opponent is incredibly swing happy. He is swung at almost every pitch I've thrown, I think, so we'll try to stay out of the zone, try to get some free outs. We've got a couple strikeouts on that changeup in the dirt so far, so bit of a bummer we're already losing because we've been pitching just fine, but what can you do? I think I will go up and in for show just for one pitch though. Left on left's a good time to do it. And he was late. Nice. So we only give up a solo shot first inning against the God Squad. That's better than I was expecting for 88 Randy at this point in the year. And we'll see how he pitches us. Valenzuela is a weird one. I don't think I've hit against him in a gameplay yet, so this is good. But Valenzuela typically just pounds the strike zone anyway, so I imagine we are going to have a hard time being patient throughout this game because he's probably not going to respect our lineup very much with the overalls that we're rocking. If for some reason he is throwing a lot of balls, though, we will obviously take our normal patient approach, but I think the name of the game in this one is just going to be to try to find hanging changeups and screwballs and just make sure we take a good swing at him when we see him. Like that one. A little bit off of it. Good timing, though. Honestly, pretty good pitch to swing at. Not upset about it. Hitting against Valenzuela is definitely a grind. Obviously, he's one of my favorite pitchers to use. And obviously, if someone's using Valenzuela like most effectively, the pitches you're going to see most often are screwball and changeup. So you try to, I don't know, I typically sit screwball and try to adjust to the changeup because the changeup's so slow, but it can be hard at times. But most of what you'll see is those two pitches. I feel like it's a lot easier for me to hit a screwball if I'm sitting on it and then react to the changeup than the other way around. That was a pretty good fastball to hit as well, but we're off of it with our PCI yet again. Not really upset about our first two at-bats, just have to figure out the mechanics of everything. This guy has thrown a lot more four-seamers than I'm typically seeing from Fernando, though, so I think that bodes well for us. I think throwing a lot of four-seamers with this card is definitely a mistake. I don't know how I'm that early on that and it stays in play for now. That sucks. But good pitch from him. Obviously, that's one of my favorite pitches with Fernando. I got to stop saying obviously. The belt high away changeup to the lefty is really gross. All right, back to work with Randy. Unfortunately, we did go 1-2-3 the first inning. And I think we'll try to feature a bit more fastballs as we move along now, since we don't really want to get too cute. And like I said, fastball is Randy's best pitch. Both of them, honestly, especially with the 99. So I want to make sure we're using our best pitches as much as we can, trying to keep them off balance. I think I'll go fastball out here. Maybe we get him swinging late. We did not get him swinging late. We got him swinging perfect, I think. Kind of bit too much of the plate, but decent pitch. Maybe I should have just buried one for show. Yeah, that pitch selection was honestly pretty bad now that I'm looking back on it, because I've already gotten him a swing at a changeup in the dirt for a strikeout twice. So a mistake by me, for sure. And we'll make sure next time we get to 0-2, we'll just try to get him to chase something. He's late there, but gets a single, unfortunately. Might have been a late side of good. Kind of a scary inning for us right now. I'm sure his PCI is just ginormous. Alright, popping out. He's swinging a lot, man. I think we can try to start working these balls just off the plate, too. I think he'll swing at them, and we can get a lot of first pitch outs like we did just there. One thing to note about Fernando is he can hit a little bit, so don't sleep on him when you're pitching to him. Fernando, ironically, is the only guy the entire year this year that I've hit a perfect home run with on Legend. And I did it against 99 Randy. So just a note, some pitchers you can just, turn your brain off. I don't think Fernando's one of them. You might as well try a little bit and make sure you get that out. All right, back to work here against Fernando. Especially with the shift on, we'll look for floaty stuff outside. I really think that's a good approach. I would definitely recommend, if you're pitching with Fernando, to turn the shift off, honestly, because you pitch outside quite a bit, and it's very easy to get burned. So that's just my advice. I have the shift off for everyone, but if you normally have the shift on, I would probably turn it off if you're pitching with Fernando. But yeah, this at bat, we're just looking for stuff outside. We're sitting screwball and trying to react to changeup, and if it's curveball, we probably just take it. Although that was a backdoor curveball right in the zone we were looking for. Honestly, pretty good pitch. Just didn't execute on our approach there because we were a little bit early looking for the screwball instead. But again, shift on, so we're looking for stuff outside. We'll see if this guy keeps throwing as many four seams as he has to, because that might be a punish point we can look for. Working us inside here so far. Good stuff. Hitting 470 with the Seager card. What in the world? Here's a four seam. So we spin on that because we have all day to look for it. It's very easy to see it come in, and hopefully we get him off that pitch. When someone pulls it foul like that, you can tell they were all over it. He actually countered with it right away. This psycho. It almost worked. And the screwball just over the top. We're off a little bit with our PCI placement, but the timing is there. So good single from Corey. Not our best swing, but we got the base runner. Now we got Luis Robert up. We need to be looking to do some damage here. He might try to feature some circle changeups too. Haven't seen it much. And we just had good timing on a screwball. So that would be the best course of action. I ended up grounding it off his dome and getting bailed out. I should have grounded into a double play there. That's really lucky. This is the Fernando experience. Sitting on something and then just hoping that you execute mechanically. Pretty frustrating pitcher to hit against, honestly, and one of my favorites to use. 45 power for Mauer here, so hopefully we just get a single or something. Again, sitting screwball, reacting changeup. Nice dot there.
One of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this.
Do I double steal here? Get up. Oh, that is so sad. Some Mauer card has no power versus left, and this is our 8-hole hitter up, runner in scoring position, so we got to be really aggressive here, making sure we put the ball in play. We don't want to let him pitch around to our pitcher spot. I was just about to say I hope I see a fastball, and then I swung late on it. Tough. That was a pitch to hit for sure. Good spot for that one. Decent swing, just a little bit late. Happy I get Buxton versus a lefty too. And he goes fastball 0-2 and throws it middle low. That is not the pitch I would have gone with, and we are able to punish with Buxton, so that's gigantic. So this is a concept that comes up, it seems like, every time I do one of these videos. But 8-hole hitter, runner in scoring position, we need to be making sure we're semi-aggressive. Like, we don't want to swing at balls way out of the zone, but if it's close, we want to be swinging because we want to try to put the ball in play and try to get that runner in, because they could very easily just like intentionally walk you to your pitcher or just pitch around you in general. And if they don't do that, which in my opinion is the correct play, is to do that. If they choose not to, you need to try to punish that by trying to get that runner in. And luckily we got 3 runs in on it. And Randy gets a base hit as well. So Jazz up now. Can we keep the rally going? Nice curve. Again, sitting screwball, reacting changeup. This guy is, in my opinion, throwing way too many 4-seams. Again, the point of these videos is not to bash on my opponent, but he's making things a lot easier for me with the frequency that he's throwing 4-seams. Those are the kind of pitches you got to feature for sure. Okay, we send Randy here. 3-2, force out. And it's a ball. So we keep rallying. What a 2-out rally here. Does he go? I think I might sit 4-seam until I get 2 strikes. He's got to want to throw it, right? Ooh. Almost got me chasing. That's a great pitch if he thinks I'm sitting on it. How is that a strike? Okay. Change up early. That wasn't even a great spot, but it's just so hard to sit back on that pitch. That's really why I like to throw screwball and change up most often. Another 4-seam that we go down and get. Man, I can't believe he went 4-seam again. I wish I would have just pulled that a little bit more in the gap. Would have been nasty. This is kind of good for us, though. We got some momentum against Fernando, and we have the top of his order, so if he wants to like pinch hit for Fernando before he goes to a reliever, he's still very far away from doing so. So assuming we can start cruising on the mound, which is a big assumption considering the pitcher we're using. Might get a couple more innings of hitting off Fernando just off the fact that he doesn't want to pinch hit before he hits. I know that's semi-irrational, but I find myself even doing that sometimes. Like, you don't want to go to a reliever this early and then pinch hit. But he's making it very easy for us on the mound as well. Just chasing everything. So we will keep throwing balls.
And a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much.
4 Ks for 88 Randy. You love to see it. Cedric's a shorter person too, so those guys are a little bit easier to elevate a fastball against. So I might do that if we get to 0-2, just so it's something different than off speed in the dirt. We'll try to throw it way high though, so hopefully we don't get burned if he hits it. Good take. Worth a shot there. We'll try to front door a slider now. We haven't gone inside much. And we catch him looking beautiful. Back to the changeup in the dirt. Then I think we'll go fastball up and in afterwards for show. Good take. Since he didn't swing at that, I'm going to go middle/down and in instead of up and in. And he's swinging late and knocks it through. Tough. The very late single. Oh, just late. Pujols? Oh, seems like he's sitting off speed now, which I guess is a good adjustment from him, but we're just going to go to our bread and butter now. And we won't make the same mistake we made last time. We will bury a changeup here just to see. Almost got him to swing. We will not get cute 0-2, and we will try to get him to chase balls because that is how he gave up a home run last time. Try one more changeup in the dirt, and we'll hesitate a bit just to make him think that we're thinking about it. Bad pitch, though. I am going to go four seam up and in. This is kind of a disrespectful pitch, but I don't know that he's sitting on it. Oh! Shattered the bat, but he hits it foul. What do I throw here now? I'm going to go outside with the fastball, just in case he's turning and burning. He might be early. And he just takes it for strike 3. Beautiful. So, yeah, we go outside instead of up and in there. So if he decides to just let it rip, maybe we get an early swing instead of, you know, him hitting a perfect. And he is just going to go to Chris Sale right away. So he's saying, see you to Fernando. Going to go with a second starter here. This is also live series Chris Sale, who you don't face. Well, maybe it isn't live series Chris Sale. Let me actually look. I forgot they have the same pitch mix. All right, it's the Lightning Chris Sale. I don't know why it would be live series. That was stupid of me to say. This is quite the change from Fernando, though, so I kind of like this mix-up from him. Gets me chasing the slider. So against Sale, I think it's pretty good to sit slider changeup, too. Like, he doesn't throw a sinker fastball too fast. I think you have enough time to react, generally. And obviously, the slider's a big loopy boy, so you got to be a lot more disciplined than I just was, and try to make sure you pick up on the break so that even when it's sweeping from this tunnel, it still might end up off the plate like that one did. Again, shift on, so if he's throwing us stuff outside, we're letting it rip. Just a little bit late there, though. Now we got to be conscious of the sliders in on our feet. And that's a great pitch. Don't want to chase the slider there, and he knew it and painted me. Looking like going to Sale is the move so far. There's our outside pitch against the shift, but unfortunately we hit it right at the only guy who's there. Pretty bad inning from us, though, honestly. Pujols at bat was pretty rough. I wish we would have put that fastball that we were late on in play. Back to work on the bump, though. Randy, so far so good through 3. Probably just jinxed it.
That one misses. 2 balls and a strike.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And it's even up.
Well, that's today's style of baseball.
I just have no idea where my opponent's bat speed's at, so I'm trying to do a bit of rocking chair here, which is fast, slow, fast, slow.
Swing and a miss and a change up in the dirt.
So I don't know where he's at with his bat speed. It seems like he's either guessing fast or slow, and I don't really know which one he's doing at any given time, which can be kind of difficult to pitch against sometimes.
And he swings swings and misses at the initial offering.
That was ripped. Maybe we were a bit predictable there. I am going to go back to the four seam here, though. Especially left on left. We'll go up and in again. This is a pitch I kind of want to establish, so I don't feel like he can hit it unless he's sitting on it. So I want to take advantage of that, and I want to take advantage of the fact that I feel like he starts making the adjustment to sit on it, that I can work some like arm side two seams and sliders front door and stuff. We'll try to the changeup here to try to get a ground ball, and we ended up just painting him on the corner. 8 Ks for Randy. And he'll probably be pressing this at bat, given the fact that he has an opportunity to tie the game up. He's also probably warming people up and potentially pinch hitting for Chris Sale here. So since he's already made a pitching change, I can safely assume he's probably going to pinch hit. So intentionally walking Biggio is not good at all. If it was a situation where it was like 0-0 and his starter had been dominating me and was still in the game, then the intentional walk could be good here. Generally, you want to do it in situations where there's runners on. You don't want to get burned for multiple runs, and you're pretty certain that they're not going to take their pitcher out. Late swing there. Can Robert get it? He cannot. Ugh. It's very late swings, dude. Biggio's been killing me with those when I pitch against him. Okay, we're waiting for him to pinch hit. We'll step off the mound for courtesy in case he gets some menu lag. And he is actually not pinch hitting. This is so crazy. This is 100% the incorrect play. Like, if he wanted to leave Sale in, he should have gone to a reliever for an inning and then gone Sale after this pinch hit. This is not good. Again, the point of these videos is not to bash on our opponent, but there's no way leaving Sale in is good here. We'll take our out, though, and get out of the dangerous spot. He leaves 2 runners stranded doing that, which he might have done anyway. But, I don't know. You got to go for it there, in my opinion. Maybe the fact that we had a bad inning last inning made him want to keep Sale in. The mind games were so bad that we get advantages. That's a fastball pretty much right there that I miss. But we're going to get rewarded somehow. We'll take that. If that was a sinker, it would have been a perfect swing, so that's my excuse. He doesn't know that we missed that bad either, so maybe he's rattled now. Disgusting swing result. How do I hit that 93? So whack. Yeah, I don't face Sale too much. Seems like people just generally don't like using him. In my experience using him, honestly, it seemed like he was fine, but it seemed like the pars on his off speed were really big, and sometimes they would just magnetize to the middle of the zone. Like you'd aim it low and away, and it'd end up just a little bit too much middle, not enough away. Stuff like that. Good front door change up there. I think I've kind of turned it around, and I'm sitting a sinker fastball instead of sitting off speed, since that's what he's been throwing the most. And I feel like I have enough time to see those sweeping sliders and not swing, now that I struck out on it once. He did hang that change up, though. Buxton, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. We're up 5-2. Depending on the rally we had going there, too, it was worth considering us pinch hitting as well, but definitely don't need to in this spot. 1 out, nobody on, and up 3. So we will see some more pitches while our pitcher hits, although Randy's already 1 for 1. Valenzuela into Sale is interesting. I wonder what his rotation is looking like. I think typically if you're going to go double starter, you probably not only want someone of opposite handedness, but you probably want someone of opposite pitch style, which I guess Sale it kind of is. So you got one of them. But somebody like Bobby Miller after Valenzuela would be disgusting. But you never know who he has available or what's going on with his roster. Ooh, Randy almost 2 for 2. Didn't quite hit it hard enough. Back to the top here. Last time he went sinker, middle in, left on left, so I think I'll sit on that for a pitch. That ball should be gone all day, and it's not going to. Consider that justice for the Robert home run. That is so gross. Sat on a pitch with a prediction. Got the pitch. Middle of my PCI, early side of good. Quite literally can't do anything better there except swing with perfect timing. So we are definitely even on the Robert one. That sucks. Whatever, at least there was nobody on. Imagine I did that with the bases loaded or something. Holy cow. You can see, like, just little at-bats, though. Like, hadn't hit against Sale much left on left, but he pretty consistently went middle in sinker first pitch, so you just pick, like, a spot where you want to sit on it, and even if you're wrong, you're just down 0-1 in the count, right? Like, I think sitting on specific pitches at certain times is a lot better than people give it credit for. And I talk about this on stream sometimes, but in a game like Madden, if you throw a pick at any point of a close game, you pretty much lose the game on the spot. But the nice part about MLB The Show is you are punished for mistakes a lot less because you get a lot more chances to make up for them. And all that is to say, if you want to just sit on a pitch 0-0 and just absolutely sell out no matter what, that's what you're swinging at. It's truly not that bad. Like, if you're wrong, it's an 0-1 count. If you're right, tremendous upside. That was a tremendous front door slider. We somehow have double-digit strikeouts with 88 Randy Johnson in August. This is incredible. Our opponents really have a tough time with the play discipline and the strike zone mastery, though. Pujols? Oh. So we're just not throwing them a lot of strikes. You gotta, when you're getting up in the higher ranks of this game, you definitely gotta try your best to have as best play discipline as possible, because people will do what I'm doing to this guy until you can prove that you'll take a ball. And just like that, we're through 5, only giving up 2. We go back to work on offense against Chris Sale yet again. I'm going to sit low and in change up here. That's what he threw last time. I'm sad that I did because that pitch was juicy. Oh well. That's a bad swing. Great spot for that pitch, though. I just shouldn't be looking to swing at that ever. I think I was a little juiced up from the Buxton home run. I thought it was another changeup middle out. That was too close to take. Luckily, we foul it off. That's a pitch I have to be able to take. I shouldn't even be check swinging at that. This is, you know, kind of a product of not seeing Sale that much, so maybe you can get some advantages if you use him. But don't know what I did with my PCI there. Does he go middle and sinker again? I feel like we just crushed one, so he might go something different. Okay, he went low and out. We'll keep that in mind. He did strike out Howard specifically on a slider away last time he was up 2, so if we get to a 2-strike spot, that's most definitely what we'll be looking to lay off or hit if he leaves it in the zone. Would be shocked if I see anything else here. 1-2. Oh, just couldn't quite time it up. Didn't really want to be early on that pitch because I'm just rolling it over if I am. So we sat back a little too long. Nice front door there. Almost swung at that. I don't know what's going on with my play discipline. He's rubbing off on me. Yeah, we're just off of that 4-seam. That was such a juicy pitch to hit. I'm so mad that I missed that. That was middle up to Howard. Dang it. Can't really ask for a better pitch in a 2-strike count. Just didn't execute. That's alright. What are we going to get here with Pujols? Shift on again. We're looking for stuff away.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
I think this sequence last time he went fastball middle out. Yeah, sinker that time. Okay, easy. That's exactly the pitch we want to see there. And we predicted it as well. And he may just autopilot another middle in sinker here to the lefty, so we're going to sit on it first pitch. If we're super early, we're super early. Great mix-up from him. He threw us exactly what we were looking for, but change-up instead of sinker. Good job from him. Don't want any part of that. Does he just spam off-speed to me here? 2 straight off-speed to start it. Ugh. Using these lower tier cards at this point in the year is so tough. I don't know how that ball's just dead. I'm happy we scored 5 already because I was not expecting this offense to do much. This is still a very losable game though. We've been maybe a bit overconfident these last couple innings. I'm going to get the pen up. Just because now that we're into the 6th in a 3-run game, if things start to get dicey, it's probably correct to take Randy out. It's already looking like things are going to get dicey.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just
Riley's 2 for 2 as well.
Dream about what's in the cage. You're just hoping you get the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Throws 2-seamer down here. Maybe we get a double play. Good take from him. How do I get a double play here? Ooh, he's so early. Good thing Buxton is good at playing defense. He made that play look so easy. It's a shame he can't really hit. As he's 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. I wish Buxton was more usable, man. I wish they would have juiced up his all-star card more. That card had the potential to be so good. They just decided to continue giving him poor contact, which I know how he's hitting this year and everything, but that was the opportunity to get a Buxton with decent contact. We're lucky he pulled that foul there. He was not having any of it. We'll try a front door slider is probably a bit greedy. Let's run it off the plate just to see. Okay. We'll go change up dirt into front door slider. Got him change up dirt. It was not as low as I wanted. He might actually hit that perfect. I'm not sure. I don't have game sound on for myself. That was higher than we wanted it though for sure. He was just early. So I guess lucky there. Definitely have given up a bomb to Babe in that spot. Randy with the potential to get through the 6th here. I'm actually going to go low and in fastball. This looks crazy, but I've pretty much spammed sliders in. Yeah, I had a feeling. He had been a lot better at taking pitches out of the zone with 2 strikes, and pretty much a lot of the righties I have thrown that slider in on the hands with 2 strikes, so I just tried to mix it up there, and it worked out. That's a really scary pitch, though. Like, if he's ready for the fastball, he could very easily hit that pitch out. I need that out of play, please. Ooh, yeah, he almost got there. I'm happy Robert's getting another opportunity versus a lefty. He's going to get 3 at-bats versus a lefty. Same with Buxton, hopefully. Love to see it. I don't know what I'm doing, though. Not being able to take that pitch is like #1 way you get dominated by Sale. That's embarrassing. Holy cow. I just want to hit dingers, I guess.
Get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. Really late right now.
45 power is not going to get it done there. He did end up hanging that slider, though. So progress. Can Buxton make it 3 bombs? Seems like he's pitching us a lot more standard, too. Lots of fastballs and sinkers early in the count. He's probably just doing whatever he can to get to 2 strikes so he can get us flailing at the slider like we have been. Don't ask me how I take that one, but I swung at the other one. He's probably wondering the same thing. Good change. Alright, I will not swing at a slider off the plate. That's my goal. Hopefully I don't get locked up by a front door sinker.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. The pitch.
Taking his time with this pitch. I still swung at it. What is wrong with me? At least that one was closer. I just really don't want to get beat by this front door sinker. I don't know why. I didn't get beat by it. Mission accomplished. This is an out. Hello? I thought that was gone for sure. That's why I got so excited. Yikes, dude. That's tough. I thought Buxton hit his 3rd bomb. How does that not leave? Insane. I'm not even going to mess around now. I'm going to go to the bullpen. This might seem crazy, but we get to burn 2 bench bats here, and even though Randy has a lot of strikeouts, he has given up 8 hits. We are getting late in the game. You know, that card specifically doesn't have a ton of stamina, so I just feel like it's the right time. Definitely not a situation where I want to get greedy with my starter and leave him in too long. We do unfortunately give up a leadoff single, though. Hopefully Otto can give us a good 7th.
So the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That's a ball. Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1.
I was going to say, was he early there? He was all over that. Let's try a front door slider, this time from a righty. Absolutely locked him up. Great pitch. So that's a pitch we got working with Randy. Obviously slider, cutter are Ottavino's best pitches, so perfect time to try that. And luckily he took it again. That might be a weak spot for our opponent here as we move to the later innings as the front door. I'm sad that missed my spot, though. This has the potential to get tanked for sure. Definitely don't like being down 2-0 to Mullins. What do I throw? Let's try up and away cutter. Maybe he's early on it. He was not early at all. Alright, do I want to go front door? I think I go slider on the knees into front door 2-seam. We got him to chase the slider. Good stuff. So especially in like 2-2 counts, you can kind of set up like a 2-pitch sequence in your head. Like if he takes this or if the ball's not put in play, this is what I'll go to. And you can pick like 2 pitches specifically that work off each other like I just did. He's going to be conscious of the front door slider now, so I'm actually going to run the 2-seam in on his hands but low, tunneling with the pitch we locked him up on. That was a bit too far off the plate to be believable. I'm actually going to throw it again a little closer to the zone. We do get him jammed up, but he stays alive. Now we'll bury a changeup just for show. I haven't thrown a changeup yet, I don't think. That was a non-competitive pitch, unfortunately. The par on Ottavino's changeup is gigantic, so those things are going to happen. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to the front door slider. I was going to throw it away, but I feel like it's kind of easier to hit than the one inside. That was a pretty good swing by him, though. Probably just under the ball. Good inning from Otto. 2 innings to go. I would love some insurance. Pretty happy with our performance so far, though. 5 runs, 7 hits, and a couple of swings that could have made that a little bit better if things went our way. All right, Raleigh, so this makes an easy pinch hit. We'll go Griffey off the bench for our leadoff. I imagine he'll pitch pretty similarly with Raleigh as he did with Sale. So this shouldn't take us too long to get acclimated with what he's trying to do. We do still have Williams, Chapman, and Hader. We'll go Williams, Chapman warming up. We'll probably go Williams next inning into a lefty for the 9th. But we're going to be sitting sinker fastball early in the count here.
That one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Because I feel like he'll pitch similarly like he did with Sale, which is get ahead early with sinkers fastballs and then try to get me to chase a slider inside. I don't even know if he meant to throw that for a strike, to be honest.
That one drifts inside.
Oh, Griffey off the bench. Threw it right into my PCI pretty much. What a beautiful swing. I am so excited we're getting his 99 next week. Well, I hope it's a 99. We're getting some King Griffey Jr. program next week. His cards are always so fun, man. What a pinch hit. There's the insurance we were looking for. Doesn't get more pure than that. The perfect with King Griffey Jr. And he's got to be feeling a little bit of the momentum, the game slipping away from him. This is absolutely a spot where people either get really predictable in their sequencing or they start hanging stuff, is when they start like feeling the game slip away. He did neither of the things with that pitch, so good job. But it's something we're definitely looking for. Trying to make sure he can't come back on us. That forkball is so slow, by the way. So what makes Raleigh super good is his forkball is so hard to time up while respecting the sinker and everything else. A couple of hittable pitches that I missed, though. Kind of threw the at-bat away, I feel like. We're fighting, though. Superfractor Jazz is 0 for 2. Sag. He's 0 for 3. Kind of looking forkball there. I didn't think he'd go sinker again, considering the bat I had with Griffey. Oh well. Don't want any part of that. This is something when I face Burns too, like early in the Corbin Burns is who I'm talking about. Early in the count, that inside tunnel, I kind of just lay off in general. Like, it's hard enough to do stuff with front door sinkers, and people don't really throw them that often early in the count. So if I can help it, like, before 2 strikes, and like with Raleigh too, with the slider that he has, if it's coming in like here, I tend to lay off most times. But obviously I don't have that luxury now. Really trying hard to not swing at a slider in. Beautiful. Now, a typical counter sequence would then be to front door a sinker, so I'm going to speed my bat up. He went outside with it. Good thing we had a fast bat, because we were still very late. Is he going to make a pitching change? I don't even think he can, right? I don't know how long Raleigh's been in. Yeah, this is his 3rd batter, so he can't do anything. I imagine I see a forkball now. That's the pitch I would throw. Or another slider in, which I'm probably going to swing at and hate myself. Woo! Good stuff. I don't know what to do there. Like, he's got me on the slider so much this game. I think it's fine to just take the pitch when it's coming in at that tunnel. It's probably more likely that he throws a slider at my feet than he throws a front door sinker there. So, just playing the percentages, I guess, based on how he's been pitching. I want to see Ryan Howard get some action here. I still haven't been able to use his prime card yet. Again, that looks like an insane take, but it's just a tunnel I don't really want to associate with early in the count. All right. Now here the mind games begin again. Does he go slider at my feet now? Does he double up on this front door sinker again? He did go forkball. Another hittable pitch that I missed. I'm kind of I don't know, checking out of this game, which is not good because we are only up 4 on Hall of Fame. This is a very losable game. Here we go. Back-to-back forkball isn't great there, I don't think. So I get to see it twice in a row. Raleigh has 4 really good pitches, so I would have probably thrown something else. I'm thankful that he threw that again. And we're going to sit sinker inside now since we just crushed a forkball. Good mix-up there. Again, we're selling out for 1 pitch. And we were wrong, but now we're just down a strike, and that's it.
That's ball 1. Howard on at second with 2 down.
That's pretty gross. Typical tunnel would then be to run a slider off the plate away. Makes sense. Really trying to protect against that sinker in on the hands now. That's gross. I don't know if my bat needs to be that fast. Like, I've been playing a decent amount of Legend. I think if I was more used to Hall of Fame, I would have been able to take that because I wouldn't have had to feel like I had to swing that early. I don't know. Oh well. Really bad at bat from Pujols, which is sad. And he's once again getting the leadoff runner on first pitch. Just cannot get his leadoff runner out. And Williams is someone I literally still use on my God Squad bullpen, so hopefully he can get it done for us here. Because this is about the most trusted guy I could have for this team build that we did. Oh, that's exactly what I want to see, but he snuck it through. Yikes. Alright, we're going to warm up another righty, and we're going to mound visit for confidence. With the amount this guy's been swinging late, I'm going to actually go Dibble to try to get him to swing early instead. I don't think Class A would be very good against this guy. This is a scary at bat. Talked about it in a video previously, but typically how I like to pitch with Devin is working off the changeup and the cutter early in the count, and then try to blow a fastball by him or just use the fastball as a show me pitch. But most of the time when I get to 2 strikes, I'm trying to throw that screwball because it's his best pitch by far, but the problem with it is the par is so big it's really hard to locate. So it's a lot better pitch when you can throw it with 2 strikes, because even if you miss your spot or it goes out of the zone, it's even good for you at times. It's a lot better for you than if you threw it in like a 2-0 count or something. I'm just going to front door a changeup and try to catch him looking here, swinging early. That was a lot higher than I wanted to because I got an early release. Still almost caught the corner. Let's try to throw the pitch we actually wanted to throw. Missed again. All right, we'll go screwball low again. That somehow caught the zone, but he swung late at it. We're out of the inning with Devin. A little bit more insurance would be nice. Definitely a chance we pinch hit this inning too, so let's check our pin. Gonna be a righty for sure. And I think I want Hader over Chapman if we do end up going to a lefty, but we'll leave Dibble up and that'll be our guy if we get there. Don't really have a bench option to go to here for Seager if he goes lefty, but we can go Piazza for Mauer, so we are going to get right versus left for 2 at-bats out of our 3 this inning. I think I just take this pitch with the shift on. Leadoff walk would be huge, so if he's going to be a little erratic, we will take that. That's gross. That's pretty similar to the pitch he got us out on with Raleigh, so good pitch selection from him. And we're just a little bit early on the splitter. Oh, how does he locate that there with Chapman? That's crazy. Throwing a high splitter with Chapman, putting it right where he wanted to. Frustrating. That pitch had every opportunity to go way off the plate for an easy walk. That's tough. So he seems like definitely an off-speed Chapman guy. Did Robert get all that one? Man, the righties at the bottom of the lineup teeing off. And just to add insult to injury, we'll go Piazza for Mauer still just to try to keep the momentum rolling. We have enough of our bench left where it's not going to matter probably. You can't switch. This is the third batter, so it's good to keep track of the 3 batter minimum. This is why we can comfortably make a move like this because there's no counterplay. This is the Conquest Piazza, by the way, obviously with the team build we're doing. Who surprisingly did really well for me. You can see he hit 444 before I stopped using him. And the Takashi one is just out of this world for me. I really like that card a lot. He really is loving that pitch. I can't believe that almost caught the corner. Again, really trying to lay off those sliders in. It might hurt us, but I don't want to swing at a ball. So I'm going to swing and miss at a pitch right down the middle. He should probably make a pitching change here, especially with the game that Buxton's had, but he may not, just to try to get through this game without burning another arm. It's a bit of a tough spot for him, honestly, because if he can just get one out, then he doesn't have to use another bullpen piece, which in a game which he is most likely going to lose. So it's a better like long-term play to just leave Chapman in, but in a way it makes it harder for him to win this game too. Doesn't end up mattering though because we're just under the splitter and we can't convert. On to the 9th. We didn't actually end up getting to our pitcher spot, so we can just leave Devin in here since we were going to go to a righty anyways. So looking like a 2-out finisher here.
Leading off for Houston, the catcher, Craig.
For the 4-seam for show. I wonder if anyone ever hears me say that and they think I'm like like when I say for show, I mean just to show it to them once, but it's not really something I want to throw consistently. That's what I mean. But he get his leadoff runner on again, by the way. I wonder if anyone ever hears me say that and they think I'm like just saying cool lingo. Like I'm throwing a 4-seam here for show. For show, throwing the 4-seam. I'm so stupid, man. If you guys have made it all the way to the end of the video, I'm sorry for making it worse with these dad jokes. Jock off the bench. Very scary. It's kind of crazy I've only given up 2 so far with the amount of innings in a row he has put his leadoff runner on. But we're going to get out of it with another double play. He hasn't scored since the 2nd inning. Great stuff, man. 1 out away from the W. The week 1 no money spend squad getting it done around 800 rating in August. You absolutely love to see it. Jazz against 99 speed for the win. Makes it look easy. And that is a GG. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something. We actually got out hit this game 12-10. That's kind of wild. Buxton and Luis Robert both hitting 2 home runs. Awesome stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care until the next time. We'll see you later.